Size really doesn't matter. Now, with this statement, you might be thinking I'm coping or something, but I'm not. I'm black, so yeah, you can already make some accurate assumptions about what I'm working with. But the reason I say this statement is because I genuinely believe it is true. Now let me explain why. Imagine you are walking down the street. You see a variety of different guys, all around the same age as you. There are guys of different heights, weights, body compositions, facial attractiveness, hairstyles, clothing styles, etc. From looking at them, you can probably establish a relative ranking of attractiveness. Those who are taller are going to be relatively more attractive than those who are shorter. The guys who have fit bodies are going to rank higher than those who have fat bodies. Facial attractiveness is obviously going to have a direct correlation with overall attractiveness. Hairstyling and clothing styles are a lot more relative, but as long as the person takes care of himself and has good hygiene, it would probably be fine. Basically, from a woman's perspective, there are a lot of factors that would influence her to be attracted to a man, and that's without even considering personality and financial status, which are two factors that would likely be established on a first date. But what isn't going to be established on a first date, at least not usually, is size. When you are looking at different guys on the street, you have no idea what they are packing. If a woman is having dinner with a man whilst on a date, she has no idea what he has in his pants. She may find out if the date goes successfully, but until then, she would be completely clueless. Obviously, you can make assumptions about someone's size based on how they look. For example, a taller person may be more likely to have a proportionally sized one, and a black person is often stereotyped as having a large one. Adversely, a shorter person would be more likely to be working with something complementary, while Asians are stereotyped as being smaller downstairs. Stereotypes and guessing are not guaranteed, however. That 5'4" Chinese guy could be packing an absolute meat missile, and you wouldn't be none the wiser. Shaquille O'Neal, a 7 foot tall black man, could be walking around with a tic tac for all we know. The point is, size really doesn't matter when encountering a woman, and it really only comes into consideration when a date goes well, aka she wants to have relations. And if she wants to have relations, you have already succeeded. Also, if a woman is waiting for marriage to do the deed, she could be hanging out with a guy for several years without having any idea what he's working with. Then, on their wedding night, she finds out. All those years of love and affection to the point of marriage, and at that point, even if she is disappointed with his size, there isn't much that can be done. If you love someone enough to marry them, something that trivial probably isn't enough to significantly change your opinion of them. If a 10 out of 10 jack, tall, conventionally attractive man who makes 200K a year and has a great personality is out on a date with a woman, she probably isn't thinking about how big it is. And even if she found out, would that really change her opinion of him? On the other hand, a sub-5 short guy who is unemployed and creepy could be walking around with an anaconda between his legs, and despite that, no woman would be interested in him. At least, not for a proper relationship. There are examples of sub-5 guys with large tools such as Ron Jeremy getting attention from women, but it's usually just for the action and not for an actual relationship. And actually, in Ron Jeremy's case, it was really just for business aspect of things. Also, the only reason women knew he was working with something that large was because he was in the industry showing it off. The introverted Reddit mod with a 10-inch torpedo isn't going to be in professional videos showing it off on the hub for millions of people to see. So yeah, I don't think size matters significantly when it comes to short-term or long-term relationship. It really only matters in hookups or friends with benefits, and even then, if you know how to use your tool, then it probably doesn't matter anyway. I kinda learned that the hard way back in high school. Since I was working with an impressive blade, I didn't really focus on mastering it. And while I had somewhat of a reputation for being large, eventually girls I had relations with started talking about how bad I was at using my tool. So yeah, even if you do have a large sword, it's best to train with it and perfect the craft. So when it comes to do battle, you're prepared and skilled enough to do the deed. And even if you have a small dagger, it's best to use it to its fullest potential, and possibly use a side weapon such as your tongue or fingers. Anyway, that's it. Peace, my nigga.